Hi baby moons. So we are going to do a reading on seeing what you need to hear right now. What are the most important messages you need to hear whenever this is finding you? The sun is starting to set, so the sun is now in my window, and I just felt like these vibes are just so beautiful, and I wanted to pull some cards and just see what you needed to hear. Now, I'm just getting this energy. Allow yourself to enjoy just the little moments like this, the little moments where you get to feel the sun on your skin, where you get to smell something that just brings that sense of peace and serenity into your life. Having the slow moments where you get to just observe all the little details of what you have in your surroundings, things that, again, you may not really notice or pay attention to. It's like, I feel like this message is for those of you who are needing to slow down, who are needing to just really take it all in, take in the little things. And I know a lot of us were trying to shift and move ourselves into a more abundant timeline, but as we're shifting that energy, focusing on what you find abundant in this moment is so healing and is so needed to help you shift into that energetic vibration of gratitude, of appreciation, of abundance in itself. So as you are just, again, especially if you're somebody who's so busy and you're going, give yourself time to just be in the quiet, in the stillness, in the meditation, in deep thought. Allow yourself to just observe your surroundings, because I feel like in those moments you can cultivate a certain amount of peace that will help you shift your circumstances, your surroundings, your energy to where you want it to be. So we're going to start this reading off. I'm using the animal deck, okay? The Spirit Oracle animal deck. It's a very beautiful deck. The imagery is gorgeous. So we're going to see what animal energies are showing up for you today. Who's surrounding you? What animals are trying to send you a message right now? That these animals could be showing up for you in real life, in through your phone, through t-shirts, through posters, like however these animals are showing up for you. You could be 2, 3, 4 seeing signs of them. They could be approaching you already, so these are like extra confirmations, or you're going to start to see these animals after this reading. And yeah, let's get into it. I shuffled and it landed on the bee. So the bee energy is saying sweet results await. Number 7. Whew, all the pieces are coming together. All the pieces are coming together. All the work, all the collaboration, all the efforts, everything, every little thing you do is leading to sweeter results than you recognize. Sometimes we don't see the bigger picture, in the sense of like all the little actions we tend to do, how it adds up. Being aware that every little thing you do does add up, every decision you make does add up. So being able to be in that place where you get to look and recognize, like, okay, like what decisions am I making? What things am I doing every single day that is going to add up to something bigger? And so this bee energy is showing up for you. The bee is showing up for you to say that there's things you are doing that are going to lead to sweet results, that are going to lead to exactly what you've been working towards. And maybe you've been at it for so long, you're not seeing the progress, but the results are about to show up, okay? So let's see what other animal messages are there for you, are showing up for you today. Whenever you're hearing this, what do you need to hear? Eternal Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Were we just talking about slowing down and stillness? Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Go at your own pace. Enjoy the becoming. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy every step. Because the journey is what life is about. At the end of the day, yes, we want to achieve certain goals, we want certain results, but it's like when you think of a project or you think of a goal that you set out and you're working towards it and you're consistent and you're devoting all this time and energy into making it happen, when you're appreciating the journey, every step you're taking, every step you're doing to get there, when you get to that goal, achieve those results, it's how much more enjoyable is it, because you were able to you weren't just rushing to the process. You allowed every step to matter, every part of the journey to matter. And when you got to the results, you were just so proud of just how you dedicated yourself, how you were consistent, how you showed up, how you put in your all, your best. You didn't cheat your way into finishing. You didn't rush into finishing. When you take your time and you're slow and you're steady and you're going at the pace that is natural for you, how much better, how much more enjoyable is it when you get there? Because you weren't rushing to the end. You were enjoying the view. You were enjoying the journey. You were enjoying the process of creating the end result. And because you're able to enjoy the process of the journey, the end result is always so much better, because you get to truly, truly appreciate all of the work, the intention, the energy that you put into it, and you get so much more out of the result when you get to enjoy the journey, because you're not just enjoying the end, you're enjoying the entire process. And so when we shift that mindset of rushing to the end and just trying and being miserable until you get there, because sometimes if you're just rushing to the end and you're miserable during the journey, when you get there, are you going to be that much happier? Maybe for a moment, but the process of getting to the end result, getting to the journey, getting to the destination, you learn how to hold that goal, that achievement, that destination in a place where if you are rushing or you're miserable until you get to the end result, when you get there, it's almost like the joy you feel when you get there is so fleeting, and sometimes the result isn't really what you thought you wanted, because you didn't take the time to fully process and enjoy the journey. So this is just your reminder that you're not rushing to meet a certain destination or a goal for anybody else. Like, you don't need to rush. You don't need to compare your journey to anybody else's, your pace to anybody else's. Your time is your time. You are going to bloom when you are meant to bloom. You're going to reach the end goal when you're meant to reach the end goal. And everybody has their own journey. And when we get to enjoy our own personal journey and we focus on our own journey, it's so much sweeter. The results are so much better, because this is your life. This is your life. You're not in competition with anybody else. Whether somebody's doing something in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, like, your timing is your timing. You get to choose when you bloom, and sometimes blooming happens later when you're truly ready to bloom, but only your soul knows when you're ready. And there's that part of you that needs to acknowledge that if you're constantly competing or rushing to meet somebody else's destination, there's never going to be that true fulfillment in that. So allow yourself to go at the pace that makes sense to you. Let's see who else is showing up. We have the parrot spirit. Watch your words. Whew. Our words, how we choose to speak to ourselves, how we choose to speak to others, what we choose to put out into the world, it has impact. And I do feel like if you're seeing this, you're coming to a place where that self-awareness, you're aware that what other people are saying, what you're saying to others, to yourself, has so much impact. When you're speaking negatively about yourself or others, it has impact. A lot of the times too, like what we say, there's so much reflection and projection in it. When we have that awareness of how we're communicating, what we're saying, what we're doing, what we're projecting out, what we're putting out into the universe, how we're interacting with others, and you pay attention to how it impacts your environment, how it impacts your own well-being as well, you get to, again, the more you're self-aware, the more you recognize the impact, what it's actually doing. And that way, when you do have that awareness of what's going on, you get to now choose to break that cycle. You get to now choose how to change how you communicate, how you get what you're saying to yourself, to others, what you're doing, what you're putting out into the universe. The more we allow ourselves to be self-aware of the communication, the words that we're choosing, how we're choosing to say it, what we're, it's everything we're choosing to put out into the world, the more you reflect on the impact of the environment, to people, and yourself, the more you're able to shift and change in a way that aligns with what you actually want to be saying and doing and experiencing. When you're communicating negatively about yourself to yourself, you're going to, your soul, your being is going to now look everywhere for confirmation of what you're saying to yourself. And it will find it. It will find the confirmation to prove those that negative mindset or those negative words. Again, same goes with positive. You're speaking positively about yourself, others, the environment, the universe. You're going to find confirmation of that positivity. So this is where it's like taking your time, being self-aware and watching and observing and being self-aware of what you're saying to yourself, what you're saying to others, how that's all impacting you and everything around you. It gives you your power, the power to change your reality. Because if you don't like what you're saying to yourself or others, you get to now take your power back and shift that narrative, shift what you're saying, shift how you're showing up. And that is so incredibly powerful. So this message is finding you to let you know that you're getting to a place where you're understanding that you get to do and be at your own pace. You get to be self-aware enough to see how you are interacting with yourself and others and what you're saying. And the more you go at the pace that makes sense to you, and you shift how you communicate to yourself and others in a way that reflects who you want to be, the more your outer reality is going to change for the better. I'm going to pull one more. It's funny. This card was at the bottom and I shuffled and grabbed it. We have the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. We also have 62, 45, and 41. 62 being 8, 45 being 9, and 41 being 6. So those numbers could be significant. Love is all around. If you open your eyes and allow your awareness to call in that love and to feel that love is all around. This is just a reminder that you are loved, you are protected, you are divinely guided, and love is truly all around you. I love you. There are people who you don't even know love you, who you're not even aware that love you. The trees love you. The breeze loves you. The air, the sky, the river, the ocean, the animals. There's so much love around. Your divine angels, spirit guides, your ancestors, the universe, gods, goddesses. There's so much love. You are love. Love is such a beautiful frequency, and it is one of the highest frequencies. And love really ultimately is the goal. And when you are open to love, loving yourself, loving everything, and allowing everything to love you, you reach a place of peace, serenity. You reach a place of knowing that if you can embrace all the love that is currently around you, then more love can come into your life. You can attract more love in different shapes and different forms, different fonts. There's love in all different ways that is just waiting to love you. And they already do. They just want you to open your mind, open your heart to feel it, to feel that love that you have for yourself, even when it's hard. Wanting to love yourself is loving yourself. So this is just a reminder. Lead with love. Take your time. Allow self-awareness and reflection to be that superpower that enables you to create the life of your dreams. The animal at the bottom is the moth spirit. Some of my cards are a little destroyed because my dog got into them a couple years ago when he was a puppy. But again, I kept the deck because sometimes we get a little damage, but it doesn't mean that the message and the energy isn't fully there. Surrender now. Allow yourself to surrender what no longer serves you. Allow yourself to surrender anything that isn't what you want to experience or feel. Allow yourself to feel, but surrender it. Let it go. Give it to the universe. Give it to Creator. Give it to God. Give it to goddesses. Give it to Mother Nature. Surrender. Be in this moment. The past is the past. The future is going to be what it is, but how you choose to be in this moment is what creates the future and is what releases the past. So how you choose to move forward is up to you. How you choose to spend every day moving forward is up to you. Every choice you make is a choice. Everything you do is a choice. Everything you say is a choice. And so many of us are running on autopilot. So much of the world is running on autopilot. Programs of past generational cycles that no longer fit the beautiful, loving world that we want to embrace. So this is the time to surrender, to open your heart, and to choose who you want to be and continue choosing and making those choices every single day. And you'll be surprised with how much you're going to enjoy the journey and how much things are going to unfold in divine timing when they're meant to, in the timing that is yours. 39:12. With that, I feel like I'm going to leave it off here. There's just something about just being able to just deep breaths, be here, be in the stillness, go and enjoy your day, do something that makes you happy, do something that fulfills you, do something that makes your inner child giggle with joy, do something that relaxes you, that takes care of you, and continue to evolve and prosper, baby moons. I love you.